Hi, everybody, and welcome to Siena. Welcome to VypeFortBend.com coverage of Fort Bend County baseball. Roger Smith with you as we break the seal on the District 26A season in this game between the Clements Rangers and the Ridgepoint Panthers. We'll step aside and bring you the Batter Up Show. First, we'll talk to Izzy De Los Santos, the longtime head coach of the Clements Rangers, when we return. And we're going to have a good ball game for you because Clements has really been picking it up here lately. They were taking their lumps early on. They are at 7-9, but they are coming on strong, especially with the pitching, getting the runs allowed per game down game by game. We'll step aside. Well, I already said that, didn't I? And we'll be back with Izzy De Los Santos when we continue on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of 3, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with the Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Welcome to the Batter Up Show. We're in Siena. It's Clements and Ridgepoint in the first District 26A game of 2021. Time to talk to Izzy De Los Santos, whom we've talked to so many times over the years. First of all, Coach De Los Santos, it looks like your team has been able to play all the games you had scheduled. Is that right?
Yes, sir. We've been lucky enough, fortunate enough to be able to get in every game that we've had scheduled, which is what we needed after missing last year. We got a chance to try out some people in positions, mix up some younger guys, some older guys, and hopefully we put together the right mix to come out here tonight and win a ball game.
As I was kind of looking up and down at what you had done on the Game Changer page, it looks like your team has really kind of gotten the pitching settled down lately, because in the last 10 games, I believe, You've only been giving up 5.4 runs per game. I'm sure you want to get that down some more, but it's better than it was early.
Yeah, it's with tournament ball, we got some guys who normally won't pitch for us getting some innings in. You got 5 games in a weekend and you don't have a bunch pitching. You have to lead some guys out there longer than you would. So it's an inflated number. If I didn't realize it was only 5.4, I would have guessed higher than that. But we're happy with what we're at. I think we got a good little mix going on, and we're excited to see what happens.
I know when you go into a game on a Saturday prior to the first district game, and I think you and Ridgepoint have done this several times, where you'll play a game that mostly you have in the lineup guys that are not going to be your regulars all the time, and you might have had your mind made up who you're going to count on for game one, but was there anybody who did something special in that Saturday game that is giving them a shot today?
That game, it doesn't matter if it was Ridgepoint or whoever it was we were playing. If it was a different tournament like in years past, that's usually a day where we get the guys who haven't got a lot of reps in to get their last reps in, to keep them fresh for coming up if we need them to come off the bench or fill in for somebody who's hurt. We got what we expected. We saw some highlights, we saw some lowlights, and all in all, we did what we wanted to, and we're ready here for tonight.
All right, good to talk to you always, and we will be back with your team again soon. I don't know if it's next week or the week after that, but maybe when you play Elkins, I believe we'll have that one on VypeFortBend.com.
All right, thanks, Roger.
Thank you. Easy De Los Santos, head coach of the Clements Rangers. His team will be going up against the Ridgepoint Panthers. This is the Batter Up Show, and we'll be back with Clinton Welch, the highly respected and very successful head coach of the Ridgepoint Panthers, when we return on VypeFortBend.com.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
Welcome back to the Batter Up Show. It's Ridgepoint taking on Clements, the very first District 26A game of the 2021 season. And Clinton Welch, head coach of the Panthers. Hello, sir. I have missed you and your team very much.
Well, we're glad to be back after last year being canceled. So fingers crossed we get to keep doing this.
Things have been going pretty well as far as not having to cancel games so far. Am I correct in seeing that? Because I've seen you've played 16 games. You haven't had to cancel any, have you?
We've had no cancellations so far.
That is fantastic. Well, I noticed that early on your team had been giving up a lot of runs in certain games, but since then you've basically, in the last 4, your average runs allowed per game is almost 2 runs fewer than in the first 12. So how do you think your pitching and defense are looking? Are they looking like you want them to?
Well, it's improved each weekend. Part of the runs scored in the first tournament, 6 games in 3 days, you can't really go off of that on how many runs are being scored in those kind of tournaments. And the wind blew out most games, and then we came back to our park with the wind blowing in, so that's going to reduce the runs anyway.
So you have 6 players on your varsity, I believe, that are holdovers from last year's varsity. And are they contributing in the way that you would expect?
Yeah, they're off to a good start. We're still looking. There's a few spots that are still open for competition, so we're still searching and trying to find the best combination to, hopefully get in the playoffs.
I've noticed that with Justin Vossas, he has been pitching a little bit, which he did not do as a freshman, as I recall. If he did it at all as a freshman, it was in tournament play. And Kyle Rosa has been doing some position playing in addition to his starting pitching. Is there anybody else whose role has changed from what you thought it might be based on last year?
The pitching is completely different than what we had down on paper going into the season. Kyle Rose has been injured, so he's thrown, I think, 3 innings total. We have a sophomore who we thought had a chance to be our number 2 or number 3. He's out for the year with an injury. We've got another one who we thought was our 3 or our 4. He's out. So the roles have changed. The pitching has changed tremendously. But we've had other people that, are further down in the pecking order that have done a pretty good job so far to fill in, so it's going okay.
That's always a good thing when guys that maybe you didn't expect them to contribute at a certain level do contribute much more than that. It's great to talk to you. Look forward to talking to you Friday night because we'll be at Austin for your game against the Bulldogs and in several other games after that.
All right, Roger, we appreciate it.
All right. That is Clinton Welch, head coach of the Ridgepoint Panthers, and we'll be back with the starting lineups when we continue on VypeFortBend.com. Our coverage brought to you tonight by Xfinity and First Tire and Automotive. We also want to say a big thank you to Office Depot in Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace, because they have been helping us take care of business every single day as we bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. Roger Smith with you from Siena. We'll get this thing going very soon on VypeFortBend.com.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of three, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with a Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number one, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
You are the master of the multi. And we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back, and we're We're a little bit out of sorts for the moment, but we're playing baseball. There's the first pitch swinging, and it's Tristan Thomas who lifts one into foul ground on the left side, and it's caught by Ridge Point's third baseman, J.J. Kennett. I made one of those mistakes where I guess I recorded the lineups on my audio recorder, which I had to use during the pregame. So on the mound for these Ridge Point Panthers in this first district game is Tyler Dasher. Got the first pitch on one out, and now he is delivering to number 6 for Clements. That's Drew Beavers. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed, and Drew Beavers down 0-2 to Tyler Dasher. We'll set the Ridge Point defense as soon as we get a chance for you. It's 370 feet to straightaway center here at Siena, 315 down each of the lines, and it's swung on and missed, and the pitch is a little bit low, dug out by Nelson, who throws down to first, where Groen makes the catch, and there are 2 outs. I'm just catching up on my scorebook here. So Tyler Dasher, the right-hander, looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And it's Dylan Berneman standing in for Clements. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Dylan Berneman had a stolen base in a game on Saturday against Katy. And the 0-1 pitch is lashed foul down the left side. We've got ample foul territory here at Siena. So for Tyler Dasher, his last time out was Thursday against Katy Taylor. And he was the starter, but he came away with no decision after pitching until there were 2 outs in the 7th. That pitch is fouled off to the right. And Dylan Berneman still down 0-2. And there's a little tapper, just got a piece of that one, hanging in there very nicely. By the way, that rhythmic sound that you hear is not anybody clapping. It's the cable slashing against the flagpole, and there's nothing we can do about it. It may continue all night long. Curveball right down the middle. Looking down goes Berneman, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Dasher and the Ridge Point Panthers. And I didn't give you the Ridge Point defensive alignment, but don't worry, you'll get to it in due time. After a half inning, no score, Ridge Point coming to bat.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number 1, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
And we mean everything. We take care of you so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
folks, before the game it was classic rock, and once the game starts it's somewhat different. But the Ridgepoint Panthers coming to bat. Well, I guess this is classic rock. Yeah, this is Ice Cream Man. Or it's
leading
Iron
off
Man.
for Ridgepoint, the shortstop, number 8, Justin Bassos.
I know the parodies of these songs. There's a pretty good parody of this one called Ice Cream Man. Okay, Justin Vassos, right-handed hitter, standing in against James Sattler for Clements. And here's the first pitch. It's down and away for ball one to Justin Vassos, the phenom. But I guess now that he's a junior, we can't call him that anymore. He's 2 for his last 7, had 2 RBIs during a 2-game hit streak. Second pitch is hit deep to center field, and that is chasing the man back, but the wind kind of knocks it down, and he catches it about 40 feet from the fence, and there's one away.
Now batting for Ridgepoint, the left fielder, number 19, Kyle Rosa.
I have already explained how there's a reason that I don't have all of the Clements guys down just yet, because I said the lineup into my audio recorder, which I can't stop and listen to now. Going from the stretch is Sattler and brings the first pitch to Kyle Rosa. It's a strike on the outside corner. Kyle is 3 for his last 6, including a double. He's got a 2-game hit streak, just like Vassos. And that one is upstairs a little bit, and the count even 1-1. We want to welcome everybody who is listening to Vype, FortBend.com for the first time. We want to make a good impression. We are your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. Sattler brings the 1-1, down and away. Good eye by Rosa. The visiting Clements Rangers wearing the two-tone blue and the road gray pants. Ridgepoint in the white pants and tops. Swung on hard by Rosa, and he fouls it back in the count 1-2.
Go, Kyle.
Two and two the count. Sattler comes set, brings it, and that's off the end of the bat over near the on-deck circle on the right side, and it's still 2-2.
So 1-9.
Had some rain this morning, and it's keeping the dust down very nicely, but I don't think there's any chance that we'll have the wet stuff during the game. And there's a line drive into right center field that is headed for the gap. And Rosa turns first. He's heading for second. Here comes the throw in, and Rosa rides at second, standing up. So he's now 4 for his last 7 with 2 doubles.
Stepping into the batter's box now for Ridgepoint, the center fielder, number 11, Garrett Johnson.
Well, you heard the PA man. And that is the first baseman's dad, Mr. Groen, who told you that Garrett Johnson is coming to the plate with an opportunity to drive home a run. Garrett is 2 for his last 4 with an RBI. First pitch to him. Looks at a strike on the outside corner. The catcher for Clements is Griffin Culver. The Kildees making their appearance. Hi, how are you? The 0-1 is high, and the count even now 1-1. For those of you who don't study birds, Kildees are birds. They kind of sound like seagulls. Johnson bouncing up a little bit on those toes in the right-handed batter's box. Rosa takes his lead, not held at second. Breaking ball is high, 2-1. It's good to see Coach Rick LaFavors in the ballpark. He is not taking spring break off from being the overseer of Ridgepoint boys athletics, which is good. Sattler with a long look back at second. Now, timeout is asked for and granted to Garrett Johnson, the Ridgepoint center fielder. Brandon Nelson, the catcher, waiting to bat next. Sattler comes set. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that one, and it's 2-2. Shortstop for Clements is Dylan Berneman, and he's trying to sneak in a little bit behind Rosa, who's running from second. Sattler comes set again, brings the 2-2. Johnson swings, slow roller to shortstop, picked up by Berneman. He's going to throw across and not in time. Brilliant by Garrett Johnson, beating it out. And it's not because the shortstop Berneman wasted any time. He certainly
batting
did
for
not.
Ridge Point,
That's
the
an
catcher,
infield
number
hit.
25,
Rosa moves over to
Brandon
third.
Nelson.
Rosa moves over to third, and Brandon Nelson comes up. Powerful left-handed hitter will stand against the right-hander Sattler. Only one out in this first inning, and Ridge Point looking to get on the board right away. They're having fun in the bleachers on the Ridge Point side already. Sattler with runners at the corners, brings it down and in to Brandon Nelson. Nelson hasn't been able to play too much lately. Of course, these are the games that absolutely matter. So Coach Welch knows what he has in Brandon Nelson and didn't need to put him into the tune-up games. Here's a quick throw over, and diving back in safely for Ridge Point is Garrett Johnson. A double by Rosa and an infield single by Johnson. Nelson ready for the 1-0. Sattler comes home with it. Down in the dirt. Nice block by Culver. And we'll see if Johnson maybe tries to steal a base. Taking a cautious lead over there at second. Here's the 2-0 to Nelson, and he hit that deep to the right center field gap. It is hanging up in the air, and it'll be caught out there. But it'll be a sacrifice fly as Rosa comes on home from third. The catch made out there in right field by Jackson Mino.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 6.
On the Ridge Point
Zach
side is alive
Ellis.
and well. 1-0 Ridge Point, 2 away. On the play, Garrett Johnson stayed at first. Now Zach Ellis. Sattler with a long look in at his catcher Culver. Brings it, and that is going the other way, twisting, and it will go foul down the right field line. That would have been a double at least. Zach Ellis, 1 for 3 and an RBI in his last start. If Zach can get on, and we'll see Groen for Ridge Point. Sattler takes his time between pitches. Comes set right up there in front of his face and took something off of it. 0-2. Swung over it, did Zach Ellis. All right, looks down the third base line at Coach Welch and gets the signal. Zach Ellis, who has saved a lot of money on batting gloves over the years. He bats with his bare hands, dagnabbit. Here's the 0-2. There goes the runner, and just getting a piece is Ellis. And so that means Johnson will have to go back to first. Have you ever thought you were bringing a vis-a-vis, but you brought a Sharpie? Well, I'm using a Sharpie on something that I like to use over and over, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use it anymore. Although there is this clever little trick that I'll tell you about. But the way luck usually works out, the inning will end and I'll have to save it for later. Pitch high. Garrett Johnson going down to second base. He turns around. He draws a throw. Now he's running back towards first. He's in a hot box. They're running him back towards second, and he's tagged out for the third out of the inning. All right, so that will go down as a caught stealing, and it will go
State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
to 6.
We gave this song surprisingly great lyrics.
And then to 4. That'll do it for the Ridgepoint Panthers in inning number 1. However, they do get a run on a sacrifice fly by Brandon Nelson. Zach Ellis will be the next person to bat for Ridgepoint in the bottom of the second. And we'll be right back.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of 3, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with a Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
All right, Clements coming to bat now, and leading off will be their catcher, Griffin Culver. Tyler Dasher had a 1-2-3 inning the first time around. Culver batting cleanup. And Dasher works from the stretch even when there's nobody on. Here's the next pitch. Just high at the letters, and it's 2-0. Here's the pitch, and it looked like it was right in the same spot as the previous one, but that time it's a strike, and it's 2-1. Here's the pitch, and it's a foul tip off of the catcher, Nelson. Waiting to bat next is Ryan Brown. Here's the 2-2. Down low, and for the first time, Tyler Dasher goes to a full count on a hitter. Leading off the second, Culver, who was 1 for 3 and had an RBI Friday against Katie Taylor. And that 3-2 pitch is outside. And there's a base runner for Clements, reaching via the walk. Now here's Ryan Brown. I might have to say something to someone on the air. Every once in a while that happens. Pickoff throw gets underneath the first baseman Groen, but it doesn't stray too far. And no worries for Ridgepoint as Culver stays right where he was. Culver, the catcher, running for himself. Ryan Brown ready for the first pitch of his plate appearance, and it's down low. Hold on a second. And that's a fly ball that's going to twist into foul territory on the right and go out of play. By the way, what I did was I handed my Clements lineup to the PA announcer because Clements neglected to provide one for the press box and so forth. Okay. Down low comes the 1-1 pitch to Ryan Brown. 1-0 Ridge Point as Clements bats in the top of the second. And here comes Dasher's pitch on the inside corner for a strike, and Brown backs up shaking his head. He didn't think so. Brown playing third base tonight. And he sends another one high in the air and foul on the right side. Ridge Point went all the way to the state finals in 2019. And they were looking pretty good. As I recall, their record was 14-1 before, COVID said, that's it, everybody out of the pool. There's a slow roller back to Dasher. He gathers it in and throws over to first in time, and that gets Brown. So scored at 1-3. And on the play, Culver moves over to second.
Now batting for Clements, number 2, Ty Newman.
Ty Newman, number 2, bats for Clements. Hello, Newman. Dasher looks back at second, brings the first pitch. Just outside or high or something. I'm not really sure. Right-handed batting Ty Newman against Tyler Dasher. The 1-0, and it's a ground ball to the left side of the infield. Nice diving stab by Kennett, and he throws over to first, not in time, but because he was there, he was able to keep the lead runner Culver from advancing. So that'll be an
now batting number
single
4,
for Newman.
David Villarreal.
David Villarreal comes up. He hasn't been playing too much lately, but against Katie Taylor on Friday, he was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and a double. And he takes the first pitch right down the middle for a strike. Runners at first and second with only one away. Clements trailing 1-0, top of the second. Dasher delivers. Fly ball to right center field. Long run, and Johnson dragged. He made a great catch, but his speed was carrying him so much to his left that he was unable to gather himself and throw out the runner Culver, who now advances to third. He's there with 2 away.
Now batting for Clements, number 5, James Sattier.
And on the play, Newman stays at first. Sattler, the pitcher for Clements. Batting for himself, kicking the dirt around in the right-handed box. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Sattler ready for the next one. Swings over a ball that just dropped off the table. Nice late movement on Dasher's delivery there, and it's 1-1. The wind, which was pretty strong before the ball game, is starting to die down here. Breaking ball on the outside corner and a beauty. 1-2. Ridge Point in the gray caps with the purple visors. Sattler looks in, and there's a ground ball to second base. No problem for Ellis. Scoops it, throws, and that will do it for the Clements Rangers. To get a couple of guys on, and a guy to third. If they do not score, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. Ridge Point and Clements.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making. And we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Welcome back to Siena, where the Ridgepoint Panthers lead the Clements Rangers 1-0 after an inning and a half. And for the Ridgepoint Panthers, it'll be Groen, Ferris, and Kennett. Correction, it'll be Zach Ellis. Sorry about that. Okay, now I remember what happened.
Now batting the second baseman, number 6, Zach Ellis.
What happened that ended the first was a pickoff play, a caught stealing. Garrett Johnson got hung up between second and third, while Zach Ellis was in the batter's box, and now Ellis will bat. Down and away with the first pitch is Sattler. Now the wind starts to pick up again. So it'll be Ellis, Groen, and then Ferris for Ridgepoint. Sattler's second pitch on the outside corner again. I say again because he's been nibbling there, but that was the first strike of the at-bat. 1-1 the count. Ellis ready. And it's a little tapper rolling along the third base line, but it rolls into the grass in foul territory. I think before he came up the other time, I told you that Zach Ellis was 1 for 3 with an RBI in his last start.
I mean, not as far as football. It's just if you do 4 days a week, you'll get done quicker. So you can technically.
And he went ahead and ran almost all the way to first before he heard foul ball. And now the catcher, Culver, accepts a new baseball from the umpire and delivers it to James Sattler. Clements 7-9 overall, and Ridgepoint at 11-5. Here's the 1-2, swung on and missed, and Ellis will run on down to second because the pitch was low, but the catcher Culver throws on down to first base and gets it to his man Tristan Thomas.
Now batting for Ridgepoint, the first baseman, number 14, Carter Groen.
Carter Groen. Groen.
I just need to get a light fix. Who do I call? How do I do that?
All right, Sattler starting to look more and more comfortable out there. Comes set, brings the pitch to the right-handed hitter. First pitch swinging, little roller toward third. This is going to be a tough play, and the throw across does not get him, although it was a Herculean effort by Ryan Brown. He scooped it with a bare hand and fired it. It was not quite in time, and kind of a low throw, and at the end it slipped out of the mitt of Tristan Thomas anyway, but we'll call that a hit for Ellis.
Stepping out to bat, the right fielder, number 5, Owen Ferris.
Correction, Carter Groen. Sorry about that. I'm making a lot of mistakes. It's early in the season. That's the best excuse I can come up with. Ellis actually struck out. Groen now safe with the infield hit, and here is Owen Ferris. First pitch from Sattler. First pitch swinging. One hopper to the third baseman. Brown throws to second for one. And that's the only out they're going to get. But there are two away. Ferris safe on a fielder's choice.
Batting now for Ridge Point, the third baseman, number 4, J.J. Kennett.
And Groen forced over at second, and now J.J. Kennett. His white jersey flapping wildly in the ever-strengthening breeze coming out of the, I guess it's coming out of the east. 3:45 to the power alleys here at Ridge Point. It's going to be tough to reach them tonight. First pitch swinging. Sliced, foul over on the right side, and it gets out of play before the first baseman, Tristan Thomas, can run it down. Ridge Point has replaced the artificial turf ring they have around the home plate dirt. It used to be a big purple thing, but after a while, it turned blue. So now it's green with a little Panther logo there. I think that's a good change. And it's the old style artificial turf, the fuzzy concrete. And there's a throw over before we see the 0-1 pitch. Owen Ferris ready. Sattler throws over again, and that was a fairly close play, but diving back in successfully is Owen Ferris. Actually, I think just identified the hitter again, J.J. Kennett. Kennett waiting, and there is a pitch lashed toward third base. Beautiful pickup by Brown, and he throws across. Low throw, but Tristan Thomas with a good scoop on the other end. That's a good defensive
Fans,
play.
as a reminder, tonight's game between the Panthers and the Rangers is being broadcast live on VypeFortBend.com. Your home for Fort Bend County Athletics.
After 2 innings.
Plus, you can listen to it later on the podcast, absolutely free at VypeFortBend.com.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of three, but never like this. Because now, with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with a Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
Back at Ridge Point for more Fort Bend ISD baseball. This VypeFortBend.com presentation of Fort Bend County baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity is a proud supporter of Fort Bend and Greater Houston High School sports on VypeFortBend.com. Dasher, his third inning of work. First pitch, swing and a miss.
Clements, number 7, Jackson Minnow.
Jackson Minnow up for the Rangers, right-handed hitter. Next pitch, swing and a miss on a beautiful breaking ball that just moved away from the barrel of his bat. Minnow, it's not spelled like Nemo, but it's pronounced that way. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Down goes Jackson Minnow. Second strikeout
number 1, Tristan
for
Thomas.
Dasher. Now back to the top of the order, and Tristan Thomas swings and misses at the first pitch. Lefty swinging Thomas was out on a foul pup-up to the third baseman Kennett, his first time up. And he slices one foul. And I think it landed on a roof over there, maybe the dugout roof, not sure. We will have Ridgepoint baseball on Friday night as they travel to peaceful bucolic Pheasant Creek to face the Austin Bulldogs. 0-2 the count, as that, or actually 1-2 now, as that pitch went down and in to Tristan Thomas. Dasher brings it. Check swing, called strike 3, the second one of the inning. And the third of the game for Tyler Dasher. Now Drew Beavers, who was a strikeout victim his first time. Actually, I gave you the wrong strikeout count. That's 4 now for the Dash Man. Drew Beavers looks at the first one, started to pull the trigger, but let it go by. And that was a good choice. High for ball 1. Dasher brings the next one, and it's a ground ball, slowly hit up the middle. Vasa scoops it, can't get it. I think he was going to be late with the throw anyway. That'll definitely be an infield hit. 2-out base runner for the Clements Rangers, and now Dylan Berneman. Struck out looking in inning number 1.
Now batting number 3, Dylan Berneman.
Carter Welch is the base coach at first for Clements, and the head coach, Easy De Los Santos, down at third. Dasher comes set. Breaking ball, hit to third. Scooped by Kennett. He fumbles it, and that'll be an error on Kennett, and everybody's safe. So now that pushes Beavers over to second base. Berneman is on. First error of the game for either team, and now it's Culver stepping in.
Now batting
the
number
Clements
11,
catcher
Griffin
reached on a walk
Culver.
his first time. That was in inning number 2. Now Clements has something going. And the wind has died down again. The pitch, breaking ball, fouled out of play and lands on top of the hitting facility here at Ridgepoint. At this very moment, I'm sitting on a chair that I took out of that hitting facility, but I had permission. Dasher looks in at his catcher, Nelson, gets the sign he wants, ready to bring the 0-1. Here it comes, and that's into left field, and that's sending Rosa way back, but he makes the catch on the run. In fact, the wind knocked it down. He almost ran so far and so fast that it almost dropped in front of him, but he reacted very nicely, makes the catch. That retires the side. And we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. 1-0 Ridgepoint after 2.5.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there is one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Hey, you can get some awesome specials on any kind of car work or tires, which is what First Tire and Auto does best. But you can get a $50 discount on a brake pad replacement. You can get $50 off a set of new tires. And they have some great discounts on oil changes as well at First Tire and Auto. They have 4 great locations in Fort Bend County. One of them is in Greatwood, one in First Colony, one in Katy Cinco Ranch, and also I believe it's the original location in Sugar Land on Eldridge Road. not too far from Kempner High School. So First Tire and Auto is where you go for the best prices on tires and all kinds of great auto service. FirstTireandAuto.com. So it'll be Dasher to lead off for these Ridgepoint Panthers here in the bottom of the third. They lead it 1-0.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Panthers, number 2, the pitcher Tyler Dasher.
Tyler batting for the first time. Righty swinger. Sattler with a very intense look. Brings the ball right in front of his face. Pitching from the stretch, as always, and the first pitch is over, but it's low. 1-0. Dasher ready, swings, it's a hot smash toward third, and a beautiful play again over there. Ryan Brown is like a vacuum cleaner, and it's on one very short hop. He scoops and fires across to Tristan Thomas to get the out.
Now batting the leadoff hitter, number 8, the shortstop Justin Vasos.
I was about to say that's 5-3 if you're scoring at home or if you're alone, for that matter. Now Justin Vasos flied out to center field his first time. First pitch to him. Justin looks at the breaking ball down. 1-0. Back in 2019 when Justin was a freshman, he was out of this world in the playoffs. Leading the team in hitting. I guess he was just a freshman. He didn't realize it's supposed to be difficult, but he made it look easy. Swings at the 1-0 pitch, and it's a weak grounder right back to Sattler. Underhands it to first base. 2 quick outs for Clements here in the Ridgepoint third. By the way, I was going to mention,
stepping up to bat for Ridgepoint, the left fielder, number 19, Kyle Rosa.
Rosa, 1-for-1 with a double. If you have to use a Sharpie to write on something when you wanted it to be temporary ink that you could wipe off or wash off, you can go over it later with an Expo marker and then wipe it off. Sometimes that takes everything off.
Oh, yes.
First pitch, line drive into left field. And there's a hit for Rosa. He's 2 for 2. He stung that baseball, and with 2 outs, the Panthers have a runner at first. All right, Garrett Johnson, the center fielder. He singled in the first, but
now batting for Ridgepoint, the center fielder, number 11, Garrett Johnson.
He ended up getting caught as he took off a little bit late on a steal attempt. And I think the music drowned me out, but he was thrown out 2-6-3-4. Sattler brings it way high, and Culver comes out of his crouch to grip that one. So it'll be Ridgepoint against the Austin Bulldogs on Friday night. And by the way, we're planning on doing a Saturday softball game between the Ridgepoint girls and Katy Cinco Ranch. That's our plan. But you just never know. Up and in with that pitch, and the count now 2-0 on Garrett Johnson. Those non-district games that are being played once the district season starts are not absolutely essential, and I don't know what the reason would be, but there might not be a game. We'll let you know. Watch Vype social media. Sattler with a pickoff attempt, and he almost got Rosa rather, leaning the wrong way. Now Kyle's jersey is filthy. Garrett Johnson with the black gator mask flapping in the breeze. There's another throw over. That was close too, but again, Rosa gets back. And he's even dirtier than he was before. Sattler brings the 2-0, and it's upstairs. 3-0 the count on Garrett Johnson. Brandon Nelson, the catcher, waiting to bat next. Sattler brings the 3-0. That's a called strike, and it appeared that Garrett Johnson had no intention of swinging no matter where the ball was. And there's another pickoff attempt, and again he is safe, and the Clements fans thought that they had nailed Kyle Rosa. It was an excellent throw by Sattler and a good tag there by the first baseman Thomas. But Ridgepoint lives to swing the bat again. 3-1 is the count on Garrett Johnson. Sattler kicks in, comes home, pitches down the middle for a strike, but a steal of second by Rosa. Full count now on Garrett Johnson. So Rosa taking as big a lead as he can get away with out there at second, but Berneman right behind him. I think he's whispering in his ear or something. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, is off the leg of the pitcher, and it caroms to the first baseman Thomas, who catches it in the air. Sattler is down on his hands and knees on the mound. That line drive caught him right in the thigh, and it ricocheted over to Thompson, and that retires the side, but the trainers are going to come out and see if Sattler's okay. All right, well, there's so many moms and concerned parents, and you see something like that happen. I guess we're lucky that it wasn't worse. He is straightening out the left leg. That's where it hit him. Looks like he's going to be okay. Baseball players are tough. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number one, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land. They've been helping us take care of business every day so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. All right, so on that play that ended the bottom of the third, Ridgepoint's Garrett Johnson was in the box, a 3-2 pitch, and he lashed it off the left thigh of the pitcher, James Sattler, for Clements, and it ricocheted right over to Tristan Thomas. So you're going to score it 1-3 in your book. And after they got him to his feet, James Sattler walked to the dugout. And you know how those baseball players are. I think he's going to be back, but we'll wait and see on that.
Leading off for Clements, number 9, Ryan Brown.
It'll be Ryan Brown, Ty Newman, and David Villarreal here in the top of the fourth. Ridgepoint leading it by 1-0. They scored a run on a sacrifice fly in the first, and that's been it. Dasher with the first pitch, a beauty, painting the outside corner. 0-1 on Ryan Brown, who grounded back to the pitcher, Dasher, his last time. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball is down, framed by Nelson, but the home plate umpire, I believe, called it correctly. It was down. It's 1-1. Dasher comes set, comes home, just below the knees, over but low, and it's 2-1 on Ryan Brown, who's played an awesome third base tonight, scooping everything that comes his way. Dasher brings the 2-1, and it's in the dirt, backhanded by Nelson. 3-1. Need to check with some of my friends over at Austin, see if they can give us a score on the Bulldogs game tonight. And the wind's starting to kick up again, and it feels like, although we don't have some flags out there to tell us which direction it's blowing in the outfield, it feels like it's blowing straight in from center. Dasher delivers, and it's down and in for ball 4. Clements gets the leadoff man on for the second time.
Now batting number 2, Ty Newman.
Ty Newman is 1 for 1 with an infield single over to the left side. And we'll see how badly Ryan Brown might want to steal a base, and just to make sure he doesn't get any ideas, Dasher throws over. By the way, the vis-a-vis I should have brought but left at home is purple. I don't know if that means. And there's a pitch in the dirt and a late steal attempt, and Nelson guns down Brown. Caught stealing, and it goes 2-4. So an opportunity still there for Clements, but that's a big blow to that opportunity. And now the pitch, the next pitch to Ty Newman will be the 1-0. Dasher delivers off the end of the bat, twisting into foul ground. Will it stay in play? Long run for Ferris, and he goes belly up to the fence, but it goes into the Ridge Point bullpen. Hope you're enjoying your spring break wherever you are. Remember, wherever you go, you can always take VypeFortBend.com with you as long as you have the World Wide Web. I mean, literally, the World Wide Web. You can go to, I don't know, Cabo and listen to the game. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball on the ground. That's a redundant statement. Ground ball on the ground. I got to do better than that. Anyway, it was in foul territory, and the count 1-2. And a nice play over there by Easy De Los Santos, who in his day could make any play. And nowadays, those plays are more difficult. But they're more difficult for me, too. Newman stepping out. I'm not sure why. Okay. By the way, he's got the Columbia Blue New Balance spikes. Very stylish and team color coordinated. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Dug out by Nelson. He's got to throw down to first. That will make the out. 2 away for Clements. Not exactly 2 up and 2 down, but with a caught stealing, it comes out the same.
Now batting number 4, David Villarreal.
5 strikeouts for Dasher, and now David Villarreal, who hit the ball a long way towards center field. There's a Kildee in the outfield. First pitch to him, taken all the way, and it's a strike right down the middle. Dasher comes set. Nelson moves to the inside corner, and a breaking ball at the knees, and a beauty. Late movement on that one to make it 0-2. Dasher shakes off 2 signs. Nelson runs through him again. Now he has what he wants. Here's the 0-2. Down and in for a ball, and it didn't miss by much, and I think that was one of those pitches where Villarreal just kind of stood there and said, I hope that wasn't a strike, said to himself. And he gets another swing. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball, he does not swing. The curveball froze him. 2 more strikeouts in the inning for Thrasher. I say Dasher. He's thrashing Clements right now. 1-0. Ridge Point leads it as we go to the bottom of the 4th. This is VypeFortBend.com.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle. You've experienced the power of 3, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with the Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
We want to thank the team at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land. Nick Zion and the team over there helping us out, taking care of business every day.
The catcher, number 25, Brandon Nelson.
So we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. Ridge Point, 2 baseball games this week. On Friday night, they'll be at Austin. Right now, they're at home against Clements and leading 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Brandon Nelson, left-handed hitting catcher, hit a sac fly to bring home the only run, and he skies one to right field, going way back, but it's going to hang up out there for Jackson Mino, who makes the catch. And he gave it a ride, but that wind that's blowing in, too tough to overcome.
Now batting for Ridge Point, the second baseman, number 6, Zach Ellis.
Now Zach Ellis, a strikeout victim, his first time. He was standing in the batter's box in the first inning, but there was a caught stealing that ended the frame, so he led off the second. And guess who's back out there? James Sattler looking good. He got beamed in the left thigh with a line drive, but he didn't let it bother him, and he's out there dealing. First pitch is a ball to Ellis. Clements made it to a state finals game once this century, back before Ridge Point was built. Actually, they made it to a semifinal, now as I recall. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1. Ridge Point in 2019 went to the, well, first of all, they won the Region 3 final against Kingwood in a 2-game sweep. Hold on here. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and miss, and it's 1-2 as Ellis went fishing. Okay, so in 2019, after beating Kingwood to win Region 3, Ridge Point with a great comeback on Friday to beat McKinney Boyd, but then they lost in the Saturday final to South Lake Carroll. Here's the 1-2. In on the fists, and Zach fouls it off, and it goes where it just missed the metal roof of the hitting facility. Carter Groen waiting to bat next. Ellis steps out a little bit to try and break up the rhythm of Mr. Tough, James Sattler, who brings the next pitch, and it bounces in for a ball. Ridge Point with the all white uniforms, purple numerals in the RP crest. On the left side on the front, purple piping trim. Very tasteful. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball right back up the middle past Sattler's foot and into center field for a base hit. So Zach Ellis now 1 for 2.
Now batting the first baseman, number 14, Carter Groen.
Carter Groen now batting. That's the 5th hit of the game for Ridge Point. Groen with the white batting gloves, and he'll watch a throw over. And doesn't get Ellis. Groen's 1 for 1 tonight with a single. He was erased on a fielder's choice. Sattler comes home with it. Breaking ball. Slow roller to third. It's Ryan Brown with another tough play, and he makes it. Gets his man at first, and that pushes Ellis over to second base with 2 away. There's a conversation I've heard many times.
The right fielder, number 5, Owen Ferris.
Somebody was disappointed with Zach making an out there, but there was a man nearby who said, hey, you got the runner over. That's very important. So now it's Owen Ferris with an opportunity and a runner at second. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time, and now Ferris steps out and looks down at Coach Welch. Zach Ellis looking kind of paranoid out there at second base, looking over his left shoulder, over his right. Is anyone sneaking in behind me to try and pick me off? Here's the first pitch, and it's just wide of third, foul. Could have been extra bases, but the way Ryan Brown's been playing, he might have backhanded it and thrown Owen out. I'm sorry, Owen Ferris out. Sattler looking in. 0-1 count on Ferris. Here's the pitch. And it's in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. By the way, wouldn't it be cool? Well, it would be cool if the guy I'm about to mention changed professional teams. So if Owen Ferris had an older sister who married Walker Buehler, she'd be Walker-Buehler. That would be pretty cool, except he would need to change teams. He pitches for the Dodgers now. Here's the 1-1. Down in the dirt and away, and a nice block by Culver, and the count 2-1. You say, why would he want to switch teams? Well, there are a lot of disadvantages to living in Los Angeles, and a lot of people are moving out of there. So Walker Buehler could be one of them. And there's a look back at second, and nobody covering the bag, and so Ellis just has to go back to the bag. Sattler with a long look in. Now he looks at Ellis. Now he brings it to Ferris. Ground ball back of third. Backhanded by Brown. And he almost threw him out. And now there's going to be a play at the plate. Coming home and scoring for Ridgepoint is Ellis. And Owen Ferris goes all the way to second and keeps on going to third. So there you go. That's high school baseball for you. That's how it works out sometimes. A beautiful play by Brown. His throw bounced in, but it looked like one that the first baseman, Thomas, should have been able to block. But that's going to be an error on somebody. I just don't know
now batting
who
for
to charge
Ridgepoint,
it to.
the third baseman, number 4, J.J. Kennett.
So Zach Ellis comes around from second to score on the ground ball to first. A throwing error allows Owen Ferris to go all the way to third. J.J. Kennett stands in with 2 outs and a 2-1 count on him now. Kennett with a bright blue bat. Sattler comes set, brings it up and in for a ball. Most of the Ridgepoint players have the basically solid purple batting helmet, but Kennett has some really nice swirly white patterns in there. Sattler brings the 1-0. And by the way, I said the previous pitch was 2-1 because that's what the scoreboard said, but I should have known that that had been the first pitch to Kennett. And the second pitch also missed. So you are up to the second. It's a 2-0 count on J.J. Kennett. Dasher would bat next. Here's the 2-0. Outside for a ball, and the count 3-0. And it might be that Sattler is carefully pitching to Kennett because Dasher is one of those, not exactly a pitcher only, and there is ball 4. He's not exactly a pitcher only, but he's not one of the stronger hitters for the Panthers.
Now batting the pitcher, number 2, Tyler Dasher.
So Dasher comes up. He's 0 for 1, led off the third with a ground ball to third base. And Carter Welch, the assistant coach for these Clements Rangers, comes out to talk to Sattler. It's a very short conversation. Just wanted to give him a little reminder, maybe on footwork or something. And he's on his way back to the dugout. Dasher is the starting pitcher in district game number 1, and that's not to say that he wouldn't have been otherwise, but Ridgepoint has had several injury problems with their starting pitchers, and so until Coach Clinton Welch and his assistant Michael Dutka can kind of move things around and allow those guys with some bumps and bruises to get over those in time for the second half of district, they're kind of having to kind of just put it together and live game to game as the first pitch is right down the middle for a strike to Dasher. Runners at first and third, where we sometimes get what I call the Shakespeare move, where the pitcher looks at third, quickly turns around, looks at first, and does not throw or fakes a throw. It's a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing. That's why I call it the Shakespeare play. Dasher ready. Sattler looking in and comes set. 0-1 on the way. Bunt attempt, and it's in the air, foul over in front of the Rangers dugout over on the third base side. So it goes to 0-2. No absolute guarantee that Dasher won't try to put down a bunt here, but most coaches don't take the risk too often. But if it doesn't work out for Ridgepoint, that means they'd lead off the next inning with Justin Vassis. So that is a thought. Here's the 0-2. And it gets underneath the catcher Culver, and that allows a run to score. Here comes Owen Ferris, and it's 3-0 Ridgepoint. It also allows Kennett to go from first to second. Culver thought he had it, and he hesitated. So Dasher's still in the box with a 1-2 count. Now runner in scoring position for him, and he's got a 3-run lead at least to work with when he goes back out to the mound. Sattler brings it. Fly ball, twisting foul on the right side, and it gets out of play in the wind that continues to blow in pretty hard from center field. Sattler bangs the barrel of his bat on those spikes, knocking the mud out. Sattler with a long look in at Culver. There's a breaking ball, called strike 3 on the inside corner. Dasher knew it, and that'll do it for Ridgepoint here in the bottom of the 5th inning, but they scored 2 runs. Not exactly artistic, but works out well for them, and we will go to the 5th inning.
For years. Now they're here.
Clements is going to send up Sattler, Mino, and Thomas, and we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there is one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late-inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We're back. Clements batting in the top of the fifth. Ground ball to second base. That's going to be an easy play for Ellis. And he throws out James Sattler. That play goes 4-3, one away. Now Jackson Mino, who's 0 for 1 with a looking strikeout in the third.
Now batting for Clements, number 7, Jackson Mino.
The last 6 Rangers have come to the plate without getting a hit. There was one walk, though, and one reached on an error. Now Jackson Mino looks at the first pitch downstairs. Ball 1. Brandon Nelson looking over at the dugout. Assistant coach Michael Dutka relays him the signal. Now here comes the 1-0. Just missed the outside corner. I think Nelson and Dasher both thought they had that. Dasher comes set, brings the 2-0. That's on the outside corner, 2-1. Mino, the Rangers right fielder, and speaking of the outfield, the Ridge Point outfield, pretty much playing him straight away. Here comes the 2-1. High fly ball behind first base. It'll be the second baseman Ellis calling for it, and he makes the catch about 5 feet from the foul line. And somewhere along the way, Groen was thinking it might be his, but he went to the ground to avoid a collision. Or maybe he just fell down and his teammates are, giving him the business. But that was in fair territory, so it's going to be a pop-up to position number 4.
Now batting for Clements, number 1, Tristan Thomas.
Tristan Thomas, the left-handed leadoff hitter for the Rangers. First pitch to him is down low for a ball, and Clements 7-9, but they've won 3 of their last 4 coming into this game. They had a 6-game losing streak that started February 26th and it ended March 5th. Stepping out of the batter's box is Thomas. So overall for the season, the Rangers average scoring 4.2 runs per game, and they are giving up 7.1, but there's better news for Rangers fans. There's the 1-0 pitch, check swing, and it's down for ball 2. So the Rangers in their last 10 games have really started to cut down on the number of runs they allowed. They've knocked that average down to 5.4 during that span. It's still higher than that for the entire season. And Thomas swings and misses at a fastball, 2-1. Dasher takes a long look in, spits. Here's the 2-1. Called strike on the inside corner, and it evens the count, 2-2. I'm going to move my microphone, maybe give you some better sound there. Here comes the 2-2. Downstairs, the count goes full with 2 outs and the base is empty. Clements trailing 3-0 and batting here in the top of the 5th. First District 26A game for both teams. Thomas ready.
Yes, sir.
Inside for ball 4, and that's a good call by the home plate umpire. I happen to have a really good angle. So Clements has gotten something going several times, but it's usually with 2 outs. And they'll threaten to score, but they haven't thus far. And now it's
batting number 6, Drew Beavers.
Drew is 1 for 2 with a single in the second. Dasher, first pitch is wide of the outside corner, 1-0. Dasher comes set, but then throws over, and the pickoff play is close, but Thomas gets back in. Beavers was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs in a game against Cy Springs on Friday. Dasher brings it down and away for a ball, 2-0. Dasher's control has been great pretty much all night, but right now he's gotten to a 3-ball count, ended up walking Thomas, and now he's behind Beavers 2-0. Beavers ready, here's the pitch. And he fouls it back and on top of the hitting facility. You know, I like the sound of the ball hitting the metal roof on the hitting facility, but what I like better is it hitting aluminum in the bleachers. It's a beautiful sound. It means we're playing baseball or softball, usually at the high school level, because if it's college or pro, someone's going to try to catch it. Here's the 2-1. That's a line drive to right center field, and that will get down for a hit. This is going to be extra bases. Actually, it's not. And the reason is Ferris made an amazing play, and he keeps Beavers at first base with a single, but Thomas, running hard all the way, gets to third with 2 outs.
Now batting for Clements, number 3, Dylan Berneman.
I'll tell you what, at Ridge Point, they always coach the outfielders well. And I know the wind helped a little bit there, but that was just a great play by Ferris to cut it off and get the ball back in. And now it's Dylan Berneman. He needs to come through for Clements right here. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. And he swings at the first pitch and air mails it back behind us. And with the wind blowing in from center field, I think that might end up at that store at the corner of Bees Passage and Sienna Parkway. 0-1 the count on Dylan Berneman. He struck out in the first, reached on an error in the third, check swing, and he slices it foul into the Ridge Point bullpen. And sends someone scurrying over there. In fact, I think that's Hunter Nichols. Looks like maybe Hunter Nichols is warming up. It's tough to see from where I am who's warming up for Ridge Point, but it's 0-2 now on Dylan Berneman. Dasher trying to finish him off. Here comes the pitch. Just low. Very close to that one. And the pitch had some of that Fernando Valenzuela Scroogey action, kind of a little run on the fastball from the right-hander, and it came inside on the right-handed hitting Berneman. Ready for the 1-2. Here it comes. Breaking ball, ground ball to third base. Scooped up by Kennett, throws across, and that'll do it for Clements. They get 2 men on with 2 outs, but are unable to score, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Ridge Point leads it by a score of 3-0. This is VypeFortBend.com.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of 3, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with the Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
This VypeFortBend.com presentation of Fort Bend County Baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity is a proud supporter of Fort Bend and Greater Houston High School sports on VypeFortBend.com. With the new Xfinity Sports Zone app, watch multiple games at once and check live stats and scores while watching another game. It's the best sports entertainment experience with Xfinity X1. And by First Tire and Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the spring. First Tire and Automotive has locations in First Colony, Greatwood, Katy Cinco Ranch, and on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land. They also have amazing March specials.
Ridge Point, the shortstop, number 8, Justin Vasos.
All those locations of First Tire and Auto are open on Saturdays. You can get $50 off a set of 4 new tires. You can get big discount on a brake pad replacement. For the best prices on tires, go to firsttireandauto.com. Now it's Justin Vasos to lead off for Ridge Point. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Panthers on top by a score of 3-0. James Sattler still out there pitching for the Clements Rangers. Brings it down and away for ball 2. Vasos is 0 for 2. Fly it out to center field and hit a ground ball back to the pitcher. Sattler throwing from the stretch all night, brings the 2-0, and that's a strike on the outside corner. Justin Vasos told me when he was a freshman that he's going to Texas A&M. I didn't get a chance to ask him if that is still his intention as he looks at the 2-1 pitch, and it's down and away for a 3-1 count. I started to wear my maroon socks tonight. 3-1, hard ground ball to short, and it's scooped up by Berneman, who throws across and gets Vasos by half a step. So I have a lot of maroon stuff because my boys both went to Kempner, and I thought about wearing the
now
maroon
batting
socks.
the left fielder, Kyle Rosa.
But then I ended up wearing the navy blue socks and the navy blue pants. I guess that honors Clements, and Kyle Rosa coming up now. He's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Here's Sattler's first pitch, breaking ball, nips the outside corner. When Rosa is pitching, I call him the Dutch boy because, you know, that's a brand of paint, and he paints the corners. But the Dutch boy is in the batter's box rather than on the mound right now. Culver sets up on the outside corner. It's a weak grounder to the third. Brown charges, and he can't hold on to it. There'll be an error on the third baseman. Second error of the night for Clements.
Now batting the center fielder, number 11, Garrett Johnson.
But I got to give it to Ryan Brown. He's just played an amazing third base all night. And it's possible that maybe Rosa was going to get to first base anyway. Now Garrett Johnson. He singled in the first, and in the third he hit a line drive off the thigh of James Sattler that ricocheted over to first, where Tristan Thomas caught it, and that ended the inning. Sattler still pitching. When I get a chance, I'm going to ask Easy De Los Santos. You know, we do another Clements game here pretty soon. I'll ask him if the bruise is still visible. Johnson ready. First pitch to him. Breaking ball down. Swing and a miss. And it'll be a stolen base and an advancement to third. Safely in there is Kyle Rosa. He stole second base. The throw bounced into center, and he kept on going. So I think I'm going to have to make that an E2. So Rosa reached on an error, and he got to third because of a throwing error on the steal. And his His gloves come out of his pocket as he motored around second, and very nice for the Clements second baseman to get those gloves back to him. That's Drew Beavers. Now the infield is in tight with a 3-0 game already. An 0-1 count on Garrett Johnson. They'll probably come home with any ball hit to an infielder, and that's a chopper foul over the dugout on the Clements side. So Johnson was way out in front on that one. It's going to be a very interesting race in Class 26A. Here's the 0-2. Down and away. So you've got Ridge Point. They've won 7 straight coming into this game, and they're 11-5 overall. All of their losses have been to quality teams. Kincaid, Katy, Lamar, Cinco Ranch, and Tompkins. Here's the 1-2. Swung on it, a little looper behind first base. It'll drop in for a hit, and Rosa will come on home with another Ridge Point run. Garrett Johnson, well, you know, the object of the game, hit it where they ain't, and he did just that.
Now batting the catcher, number 25, Brandon Nelson.
4-0 Ridge Point, runner at first, and still only one out for Brandon Nelson, who hit a sac fly to drive in the Rangers' first run. And he flied out to right field, really gave it a ride back in the fourth. And there's a throw over, and Johnson dives back in. So what Ridge Point has done this year, they're averaging 5.6 runs scored per game and only giving up 3.9 per game in their 16 outings. Curveball breaking away, and it's 1-0 on Nelson. So Ridge Point, 3.9 is not too bad runs allowed per game, but they've gotten even better in the month of March with 2.8 runs allowed each March game. Still waiting for the 1-0 to Nelson, but there's another throw over. And easily back in is Johnson. Panthers have shut out their opponents 3 times, but they have not been shut out themselves. Pitch bounces in. Culver blocks it. No move out there by Johnson, and the count on Nelson is 2-0. Kyle Rosa came in with a 2-game hit streak. He has extended it to 3 games, but Justin Vasas is 0 for 3, still looking to extend his 2-game hit streak. Here's the 2-0, and that is ripped to right field, and the wind playing with it, but a great catch out there by Jackson Mino. Great concentration. That was a tough play as the wind kind of knocked it down. It was twisting away from him anyway, and that's 2 outs.
Now batting the second baseman, number 6, Zach Ellis.
So that's twice that Brandon Nelson has hit the ball pretty hard, flying to right field, but came away with nothing. And now Zach Ellis. Zach is 1 for 2 with a single, and he scored a run in the 4th inning. Right-hander working against Sattler. I think we're going to stay right here in the between innings break, and there's a breaking ball and a steal, no throw, and down there goes Johnson. He's in scoring position. And his teammates like it. Ellis with the low, slow practice swings. Crouches in his batting stance, swings at the 1-0, and it's a foul tip into the mitt of Culver. 1-1. You know, the Ridge Point Panthers had 2 walk-off wins in the span of 22 hours. They started on Thursday. Well, I'll hold on. This is the story I'm going to tell in the between inning break. 1-1, swung on and missed. But a stolen base again as Johnson goes from second to third. And it's not that Culver wasn't ready, but he couldn't make the throw because, you know, what are you going to do? But The batter, Ellis, was kind of in the way, and he had to double clutch it before he could throw. That's what Easy De Los Santos has come out of the dugout to talk about with the home plate umpire, and the home plate umpire is shaking his head. So we know this is not going to change anything, but there's now a runner at third base. Ridge Point scored a single run in the first, 2 more in the fourth, 1 here in the 5th inning. And what looks like a pretty comfortable 4-0 lead, the way that Dasher is pitching. Sattler's pitched pretty well himself. Ellis ready, batting with the bare right hand, but he has a glove on his left hand. Sattler delivers. Breaking ball on the outside corner, called strike 3, and that'll do it for Ridge Point, but they do pick up that run. It makes it 4-0. Okay, so here's what I was going to tell you. So last week, starting with an early Thursday game, a tournament game against Katy Taylor, Ridge Point figured out how to get 2 walk-off wins in a span of 22 hours. Well, Tyler Dasher was Ridge Point's starting pitcher that night, or that afternoon, I guess I should say. And he threw 6 2/3 innings. That means, for those of you who aren't familiar, that means he was 1 out away from finishing it off. He threw 80 pitches, and 60% of them were strikes. He gave up only 1 hit and a pair of walks, but he was relieved with 2 outs in the top of the 7th of a scoreless game. Hunter Nichols comes in out of the bullpen, and he throws 4 pitches, striking a guy out, and then Hunter Nichols became the winning pitcher when the combination of an Owen Ferris 1-out sacrifice bunt and a balk scored Zach Ellis in a 1-0 win. Then the second game on Friday, it was 3-3 as the Panthers went to their last at bat against Katy Pato, and Quinn Pfeiffer walked. Vossas then beat out a sacrifice bunt, and the Pato first baseman made an error, and the winning run scored. So, crazy things can happen in any level of baseball, but especially in high school baseball. By the way, the Diamond Pro Texas High School baseball rankings have the highest ranked team in Region 3 in the Houston area as Tompkins. They're in 3rd place at 15-0-1, and they're 1-0 in district games. Then Katy is the next closest Greater Houston team. They're ranked 9th in the state in Class 6A at 13-3 and a 1-0 record. And the Lamar, Clear Springs, and Bridgeland all made the top 25, but there are no Fort Bend ISD teams in the top 25, at least not just yet. Okay, so here we go, top of the 6th. Rangers down by a score of 4-0. Sorry. And it's Griffin Culver who comes up. One of the one that count on him. Dasher still pitching for Ridge Point. Down and away with the 1-1 pitch, and it's now 2-1. Culver has walked and flied to left field. Next pitch to him is just above the letters and or inside, and it's 3-1. Dasher shakes off one sign. Now he has the one he wants, brings the 3-1 downstairs for ball 4.
Now batting number 9, Brian Brown.
Sorry for the silence there. 4 walks issued tonight by Dasher. Clements with the leadoff man on, and now it's Ryan Brown, right-handed hitter facing Dasher. He's 0 for 1, but he did draw a walk, and he takes a curveball to begin this plate appearance. In there for a strike, 0-1. Brian Brown 1 for 2 with an RBI and a strikeout on Saturday in a game between these two teams that didn't count in the district standings, and he swings and misses at the 0-1 pitch. Brown with a hand on top of the batting helmet. Now ready for Dasher's 0-2 delivery on its way, and he hit it deep to left field. There goes Rosa twisting back, and he makes the catch and gets it quickly back in, and that means that Culver will have to retreat to first. There's just no way to get the ball through that hard wind blowing in from the outfield. What a way
now
for
batting for
Ty
Clements,
Newman.
number 2, Ty Newman.
1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Dasher takes a brief look over at first. Not a big lead out there by Culver. First pitch swinging. It's to the right center field gap. Long run for Mino. Direction, long run for Ferris. And he makes the catch. Good play in the outfield. Is throwing a wet blanket on any hopes the Clements Rangers have of a rally here in the 6th, and they're 2 away. The runner
Now batting number 4, David Villarreal.
And now we have a courtesy runner for the first time. Culver is not going to run for himself. Instead, it's going to be Michael Latano. Latano, last time he batted was Saturday against Ridgepoint. He went 1 for 2 and scored a run. Now he looks to score a run as a courtesy runner. Quick throw over to try and minimize his lead. Villarreal batting 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. Dasher comes set, comes home. There's a little tapper at the feet of the catcher, Nelson. 0-1. Be with us on Friday night, 6:45 with the Batter Up Show. Ridgepoint at Austin. And tentatively, we'll have a softball game for you at 1:30 on Saturday afternoon. The Ridgepoint girls hosting Cinco Ranch, a non-district affair. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball, painting the outside corner. Dasher. That's just how you want to do it. Beautiful execution, and now here we go. He'll try to get another strikeout here on Villarreal. The 0-2 on its way, and it kicks away from the catcher Nelson, but there's no advancement by the courtesy runner over there, Latano rather. 1-2 the count. Villarreal very wisely did not go fishing on that pitch in the dirt. If he can get on, James Sattler is due to bat for himself. Dasher comes set, kicks and comes home, and it's a ground ball on one hop right back to Dasher. Underhand throw to first, that'll do it for these Clements Rangers in the top of the 6th. They'll go to the bottom of the 6th with Ridgepoint leading 4-0.
On the Dream Garage Spring Event, where
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there is one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Be sure to go in and check out the March specials at First Tire and Automotive. 4 great locations in Fort Bend County. Go to FirstTireandAuto.com. You can schedule an appointment for your service. You can get the best prices on tires. And in addition to that, they have great discounts, $50 off of a set of 4 new tires, $25 if you only get 2 tires, $50 off of a brake pad replacement, discounts on oil changes. You know, you want to make sure your car is running right, running great before you get out there on the road in March, April, May, and June. And hopefully somebody from Fort Bend ISD is going to need their car to be running well so they can get to Round Rock in the month of June for the state baseball tournament. Carter Groen to bat, leading off for the Panthers, then Owen Ferris and J.J. Kennett.
Number 14, Carter Groen.
Carter is 1 for 2. Right-handed hitter against James Sattler, still out there throwing for these Clements Rangers. The right-hander brings the first pitch down in the dirt for a ball. Groen ready, moving the bat behind his head. Looks at a curveball. It's downstairs. 2-0 the count. By the way, the Panthers, one game this year, they were no hit. Here's a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1 on Groen. But in the game where the Panthers were no hit, they actually won the game as the 2-1 pitch is in the dirt and skips past the catcher Culver. And the count is 3-1. So, you know, that game in which the Panthers were no hit, that was one of those games where they won in a walk-off. 2 straight walk-off wins. And there we go, down and away on the 3-1 pitch. And it's a free pass to first base for Carter Groen.
Now batting
Owen Ferris, the right fielder.
5, Owen Ferris.
He's 0 for 2, but he has found a way to get on base. Fielder's choice in the second, reached on an error in the fourth.
Your attention, please, for Ridgepoint. Now running at first, number 15, Mason Dossett.
By the way, he came around to score, did Owen Ferris, when he reached on that error in the fourth. And so we've got a courtesy runner for Ridgepoint. And there's a pickoff attempt to try and get that courtesy runner, and he is young Mason Dossett. Saturday against Clements, he got a start and went 1 for 2, and he homered. 3 RBIs for Mason Dossett in that Saturday game against Clements that did not count in the district standings. Sattler brings the pitch, and it's fouled backhand to our right. 0-1 on Owen Ferris. Sattler still chucking the ball. I guess if you're in Texas, you say chunkin'. But it seems like everywhere else they say chucking as there is a chuck over to first base. You know, the Astros had an old announcer a long time ago named Lowell Pass, and when an Astro pitcher was throwing well, he'd say, "Now you chunkin'." Here's the 0-1, breaking ball right down the middle, stolen base, going down, and safe. Safe is Dossett. He gets all dirty, and he's got a stolen base to show for it. And with nobody out, a runner in scoring position for the Panthers, who already lead it 4-0. And the pitch was a strike to Ferris, so it's 0-2. Sattler brings it. Fly ball in foul territory on the right, twisting, and it's in the Panther bullpen again, and it doesn't hit anyone in the head this time. I'm kidding, it didn't hit anybody last time, but it did make him move out of the way. Still 0-2 on Owen Ferris. He's made some nice running catches out in right field this evening. Sattler Comes set, now looks back at second, and he doesn't throw in that direction because no one was covering. Dossett takes his lead. Berneman moving in behind him. The 0-2 to Ferris. Up and in, 1-2. I need to check out, see if I can get one of my Austin buddies to give me an update on the Bulldogs game tonight. And there's a low pitch, and, well, Ferris chases it and fouls it back. I think it would have been ball 2. Okay, I think I'm going to have a final score for you here on something. All right, so Dulles beat Bush 9-2 this evening. First district win for Matthew Warren. Swing and a miss on the 1-2, but it gets past Culver. And so it's going to be a runner down at third base, and it's also going to be a runner at first because it was a drop third strike. And Culver threw down to first, and Ferris beat it. And on the play,
now batting number 4,
you have Dawson
J.J.
move
Kinnett.
over from second to third. So runners at the corners and nobody out, and now it's J.J. Kinnett. And now a timeout called by Clements. Culver steps out in front of home plate. Foster beat Fulsher 11-1 on a run rule game. They ended it after 4.5. Sattler looks in, trying to keep Ridgepoint off the board here. They already have a 4-run lead, but it's going to be tough to do with runners first and third and nobody out. And the first pitch is down and away a ball to J.J. Kinnett. And there's a throw over. And easily back in, diving is Ferris. One and nothing the count on Kinnett. Righty to righty, here it comes. And it's sprayed foul on the right side. Somewhere near the football/soccer field. And there's another throw over, and it's close. The runner did get back, the runner being Owen Ferris. Sattler ready. Well, it sure is quiet here. Need some people to make some noise. Sounds like it's the Masters. Welcome to Augusta. And another throw over. And the only thing you hear is the players in the Ridgepoint dugout screaming back, if you hear that. Here's the 1-1. And that is roped into left center. It is deep. Moving over to get it and making the catch. But this will be another sacrifice fly. Here comes Dawson on home from third. A sacrifice fly for J.J. Kinnett. And true confessions here. We never got the Clements lineup. So I don't know which player is playing in left center or right field. So I'm going to get here 2 hours early next time. That's always my goal. One away, and Dasher is due, and Dasher is batting again for himself. And the pickoff is successful this time. They get Ferris, Owen Ferris caught stealing. and it goes 1-3 for the second out. The bases are now clear. 2 away. And the plate appearance of Tyler Dasher can begin. Sattler comes home with it. Swing and a miss at the big bender. And it's 0-1. So it's 5-0 Ridge Point now, but if with the runners at the corners and nobody out, and Sattler can get out of it with no worse than 1 additional run, I think he'd be happy with that. Dasher watches one bounce in, and it's 1-1. And coming over to get it is J.J. Kennett. Already got his mitt on. He's ready. Sattler looks in, ready to bring the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. In the top of the 7th, the last at bat for Clements, last chance. It'll be Sattler, Mino, and Thomas due. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on, a little tapper right out in front. Culver jumps on it, throws down to first, and the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he didn't catch it clean anyway. And Ridge Point has another opportunity to score. 2 outs and a runner at first. And I think that's going to have to be a base hit.
Now batting the shortstop, number 8, Justin Vasos.
Now Justin Vasos comes up. By the way, the Elkins Knights are leading George Ranch 4-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Go Knights. I know we're going to have a broadcast of a Ridge Point Elkins game later on this season. You can't ever not do that game. I mean, it's like, it's not life and death. It's more important than that. Sattler now ready to pitch to Vasos. Back to the top of the Ridge Point order. Justin rips at the first pitch, and it's a tapper off the bottom of his bat. Trying to extend his hit streak to 3 games. Yeah, he's just a bigger dude than he was back when he was a freshman. But wow, he was amazing in the 2019 playoffs. The 0-1 takes it high for ball, 1-1. Vasos at the University of Houston when they were playing Kingwood in game 1 of that 2-game sweep. He came within 1 foot of hitting it out of the ballpark at U of H. Got a triple out of it. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Shouldn't have gone fishing. 1-2. Crowding the plate from the right-handed box. Sattler really wants to get that 3rd out. Here's the pitch. And it's popped up into short right. It's going to be in fair territory. Thomas ranging over, and it's in foul territory. The wind blew it there, and it's dropped. So Vasos is still alive. Disappointment for Clements. They came so close to getting that critical out. That's Drew Beavers at second base. Had to make a long, long run to it. So another opportunity for Vasos. Ridge Point already leading 5-0, batting in the bottom of the 6th. Runner at first base. That's the courtesy runner for Dasher. I believe that is Tyler Martin. I'm not sure. Vasos ready for the pitch, and it's bounced in by Sattler. Okay, I think that's Tyler Martin running out there, but I'm not positive. 2-2 with 2 outs. Vasos, as in Colossus, looks at the ball high, 3-2. And that means that the runner from first base, whether it's Tyler Martin or someone else I've misidentified, he will get a head start. Sattler comes set, and there's a quick throw over. That was close. And the ump, he kind of put 2 palms down and then started to pump a right fist. See if Vossas can keep his hit streak going. Here's the 3-2. There goes the runner. And he rips it to center field. There goes the fielder back, and he makes a lunging catch. Tough wind, and again, I would love to tell you which Clements outfielder made the catch. But, full disclosure, it's partly my fault because I think I told you this at the beginning of the game. I recorded the Clements lineup into my little recorder, but once I start using that recorder for the pregame show, I can't listen to another track. So it's really my fault, but I also should have had my phone with me. I could have taken a picture of the lineup, and that would have solved everything. We're going to take a quick break and be back. Last chance for Clements. They're down 5-0 when we return.
We take care of you so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
We thank the team at Office Depot Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land for taking care of business, helping us take care of our business every week so we can bring you multiple Fort Bend County games. We had a hugely successful basketball season, and hats off to all the players and to the staff who not only played such exciting basketball but also were very responsible in trying to keep their teams on the court. They weren't able to do that in every situation, but it was a tough situation. Now we're outdoors and we feel a little less susceptible. And the first pitch swinging, it'll be Dasher picking up a ground ball and throwing out Sattler with the underhand toss. And he might make things pretty easy on himself. That play goes 1-3, first out. Now Jackson Mino is due.
Now batting number 7, Jackson Mino.
It is indeed Jackson Mino. His last name is not spelled M-E-N-O, but that's how we pronounce it. It's scored like enough, but with an M on the front, but pronounced Mino. First pitch to him is low for a ball. He's got the white compression sleeve on his right arm. Dasher out there going for the complete game, throws the 1-0, and it's in there for a strike at the knees. He brought the heat on that one. He doesn't like to mess around between pitches either. Nelson with the sign. Doesn't put down the fingers. He touches elbows, knees, stuff like that. Down and away with the 1-1. And it's now 2-1 on Mino. Still looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 after a strikeout and a pop-out. Leaves the bat in a circle behind his head. The 2-1 on the way. And that's a funky bouncing ground ball. It spins away from Dasher, but he picks it up and throws to first in time. And now Mino, I think, is going to say it hit me. Maybe not. It had such a strange spin on it. It looked like maybe it had to hit him, but I suppose not.
Now batting for Clements, number 1, Tristan Thomas.
So another play that goes 1-3, and now Clements is down to its final out. Back to the top of the order, Tristan Thomas. 0 for 2 with a walk, and the bat flies out of his hands as he swings at the first pitch. Foul tip, strike 1. That's when I like to turn up the mic and hear what they say over there. You might even be able to hear it better than me. Left-handed hitting, Tristan Thomas trying to keep things alive for the Clements Rangers, who trail 5-0. And it's Dasher trying to finish off a complete game. The 0-1 pitch is over but low.
Let's go! Both ways!
A lot of folks trying to help the umpire. Dasher comes set, brings the 1-1. Thomas Flies one foul off to the left, off the backstop. Drew Beavers will hit next if Thomas can keep this going. Glove on the right hand, nothing on the left hand for the lefty swinger against Dasher. Here's the pitch, down and in, and it's 2-2. Dasher shakes off a sign or two. Now he says yes and comes set. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, and it's high for ball 3.
Come on now.
Dasher walked off the mound. He walked off 4 steps. He was sure that was a strike. He's just wondering where that ball was. Now 3-2 with 2 outs. Thomas digs in, slightly open stance. Here it comes. And that nipped him on the hip, and he's at first base. The first hit by pitch of the game by either team.
Go, Zach.
And I'll tell you what, Dasher is probably stewing over what he thought was the called strike 3. And I don't know if you heard that, but that was pretty clever. Somebody said to the umpire,
now batting number 6.
Well, actually said
Drew
to Dasher,
Beavers.
he, meaning the umpire, likes watching you pitch. All right, here we go. Drew Beavers. Thank you kindly. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. It's Drew Beavers as the last hope for the Clements Rangers, and I don't know this lady's name yet, but I want to say thank you. She picked up something that was about to go blowing away into the hard scrabble streets of Siena, and I'd never see it again, but she picked it up. Thank you. I didn't get to meet too many varsity parents last year. Here's the 0-1, way high, and it's 1-1 on Drew Beavers. Beavers had a single in the 5th, also a single in the 3rd, so he's 2 for 3. Thomas is at first base with a hit by pitch. Here's the 1-1. That's to center field. It's going to send guy way back, and it drops in for a hit. Johnson makes a dive, and holding at third. Well, hold on. The Rangers have a play at third and out to end. No, safe. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. I did a lousy job of calling this thing. But Thomas had come to third and stopped. Thomas had come to third, and Beavers was already rounding second and heading for third. So that meant that Thomas had to continue home, and he made it to make it 5-1. And so Ridgepoint threw to third, and the throw looked like it had Beavers. Vassis threw to third base. By the way, I'm sorry I'm having to explain this after the fact. I'm going to get better at this. J.J. Kennett applied the tag, and Ridgepoint was ready to celebrate, but the umpire said that's safe. And for the second straight start, poor Mr. Dasher goes 6 2/3 innings. He really thought he should have had a called strike 3. He's kind of upset as he comes to the mound, comes from the mound to the dugout. People are giving him a high five because he had a great effort. But it is going to be up to Hunter Nichols to finish this thing off, and we'll take a quick break and be back.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Be sure to go to firsttireandauto.com and check out the awesome March specials that they have at all 4 First Tire and Auto locations. Okay, Hunter Nichols comes on, And let's give you the recent book on Hunter Nichols. Well, Thursday against Katie Taylor, he finished the top of the 7th. He just threw 4 pitches and struck out a man, and he got the win in a walk-off. And then
Your
Friday
attention,
again.
please, for Ridge Point. Now pitching number 7, Hunter Nichols.
And then Friday against Peyto, he was the winner with 1 1/3 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits and no runs. He was the beneficiary of RP's Ridge Point's second walk-off win in less than 24 hours. So now it is Dylan Berneman coming to bat, and Clements has scored a run here in their final at bat. They trail 5-1. They've got a runner at third base. That's Drew Beavers. Berneman stands in, and here's the pitch from Nichols. Just missed the outside corner at the knees.
Now
Ball 1.
Clements number 3, Dylan Berneman.
So Nichols was warming up quite a while ago in the bullpen. He's definitely ready. Here comes the 1-0. Swung on and missed. He brought the heat. And it's 1-1 on Berneman. A strikeout victim reached on an error and grounded out to third. Here's the next pitch by Nichols, and it's fouled back into the net. So the Rangers down to their final strike. New baseball for Hunter Nichols, and the right-hander will try to end the evening. Nichols comes set, comes home. Missed the outside corner, and it's 2-2. And from where I am, I can tell you that was a good call. It did miss the strike zone. 2-2 with 2 outs. Nichols looks over at third, brings the 2-2. Down and away, 3-2, and it gets away from Nelson, and that'll bring home another run. Sliding in safely with the next Clements run is Drew Beavers. And I think that'll have to be a pass ball, as it snuck underneath what hockey fans would call the 5-hole. So Ridge Point may pull out the victory, but it won't be the neat and tidy 7th inning that they had hoped for. Base is now empty for Berneman, and if he can get on, Culver will be due to bat. Here's the 3-2, fouled away, and hanging in there is Dylan Berneman. It's developed into a cool evening here in Siena. Here comes another 3-2 pitch. Down and in for ball 4. And what you heard was Ridge Point fans who thought that was strike 3. All right. Well,
now batting for Clements, number 11, Griffin Culver.
We are not done yet. Griffin Culver, one of several fine players to pass through the Clements program with the first name of Griffin. There's a throw over, and diving back in is Berneman. Culver's night, walked, flied out to left field, and walked again when he came up in the 6th. Here's the pitch.
Yes.
And he takes a strike. Started to pull the trigger on it.
Go through the keyhole.
0-1 on Culver. Two white batting gloves. Nichols comes set, comes home.
Yes,
swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. So Clements down to its final strike one more time. Ridge Point fans have thought they've seen this game end twice already. Here comes the 0-2.
Yes,
called strike 3 on the outside corner. That will do it. Ridge Point.
That's it, folks.
5-2.
The final score tonight, Ridge Point Panthers 5, Clements Rangers 2.
And we'll be back with the totals
on Friday
in just a few minutes.
at Austin.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
From the Three Musketeers to the tricycle, you've experienced the power of three, but never like this. Because now with Xfinity Internet, you can also save on wireless and streaming. Get internet that's packed with power and up to $300 in savings with Xfinity Mobile. Plus, stream your favorites with a Flex 4K box and Peacock Premium, included at no extra cost. It's 3 ways to get more and save more, starting with Xfinity Internet. Can your internet do that?
Get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement and add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Plus, save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you add Xfinity Mobile. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 3/31/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Starter Plus customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Wireless savings compares to averages of top providers. Xfinity Internet required. Peacock membership required.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
I have a question.
Are you ready? Ready for anything? Ready for what life throws at you? At your kids?
Are they ready to study? To research? To write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet? And what about you? Yeah, you. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Ready to take opportunity.
To make opportunity.
To be on top of things.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. When you're connected, you're ready for anything.
It's a simple question.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Ready for anything.
Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes extra. Restrictions apply.
GetAGreatGig.com presents Gary Horn of HornSolutions.net on the most important factors in starting a business.
Number 1, where will you get the necessary capital? 2, you will probably not make money for some period of time. Prepare a conservative model of expected cost and revenues. 3, are you willing to work long hours for no pay and make sure all employees are paid?
For more free career and job search advice, log on to GetAGreatGig.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn, CEO of Horn Solutions. Our team of experienced accounting, finance, and IT professionals have delivered solutions to Houston businesses for over 3 decades. Our project group provides services ranging from assisting with mergers, acquisitions, and integrations to interim staffing. Our executive search group provides full-time placements for accounting, finance, and IT positions. Let Horn Solutions help you meet the challenges your company faces. Visit hornsolutions.net.
We're back at Ridge Point, and folks are filing out. and we'll give you the totals on this ball game as soon as we can here. So for the Clements Rangers, 2 runs on 3 hits. They made 3 errors, and they left 8 runners on base, so they had their opportunities. Ridgepoint with 5 runs on 8 hits, and they made 1 error, and they left 4 runners on base. The winning pitcher tonight, Tyler Dasher, he goes 6 2/3. Really thought he had finished it off what he thought was a called strike 3 against what would have been the 21st out, but it was called a ball. He was unable to finish that hitter off it, and so Nichols came in, and there are kind of lenient rules about what's a save in high school baseball, and Hunter Nichols might have gotten a save. It just depends on who's running the game changer page, and James Sattler pitched very well for Clements in defeat, scattering those 8 hits and pitching out of several jams. In fact, he took a hard line drive off of his left thigh. So Ridgepoint managed to get the victory, scoring 1 run in the first, 2 in the fourth, and single runs in the 5th and the 6th. And then Clements came up with nothing on the board in their final at-bat, and they scratched across a couple of runs. But Hunter Nichols was able to finish everything for your Ridgepoint Panthers, so they are victorious in their first District 20 6A game. Our final score from Siena, Ridgepoint 5 and Clements 2. So we will talk to you on Friday evening at 6:45 for the Batter Up Show when we bring you the Ridgepoint game at Austin. And tentatively, we are planning to bring you a softball game on Saturday afternoon, Cinco Ranch visiting Ridgepoint, but we have to double check on that one to make sure it is going to be played. It's a non-district game, so it's not urgent that they play it. They may or may not go ahead and play that 1:30 game, Ridgepoint against Cinco Ranch. So for everyone on the Vype team, this is Roger Smith saying thank you so much for listening. 5-2 the final. Ridgepoint beats Clements, and we will talk to you on Friday evening. This is VypeFortBend.com.